Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Abducted St. Catherine infant found in St. James. The police have confirmed that the infant, who was abducted from Horizon Park in Spanish Town, St. Catherine on Tuesday, has been found. The 3-month-old was discovered in the community of Cambridge in St. James yesterday afternoon. The baby, Roshan Malik Hall, is now undergoing medical examination. A suspect is in custody. The infant was abducted sometime after 5 p.m. on Tuesday. A woman had reportedly visited the home and was given the baby to hold. A Toyota Probox came to the house and the girl got the baby and drove away, a relative told reporters. A report was made to the Spanish Town police last evening. Cops quizzed elderly farmer's relatives in connection with his killing. Several relatives of an 82-year-old man who was found dead with his throat slashed have been questioned by police in connection with his killing. Stanford Baker, otherwise called Food, a farmer from Mount Plymouth in Leeds, St. Elizabeth, was found dead at his home by family members last Thursday. It was alleged that the elderly farmer might have been killed for money, as a few days earlier he had sold several animals. It was also alleged that he had more than $30,000 on him when he was killed, and that money could not be found. These allegations, however, have not been confirmed by the police, as efforts to speak with the parish's top cop, Superintendent Kenneth Chin, have so far proven futile. But Senior Superintendent Stephanie Lindsay, head of the Corporate Communications Unit CCU, the police information arm, confirmed that some of Baker's family members were questioned in connection with his killing. Some relatives were asked to come in, and they were questioned and allowed to go. There is no one in custody, but investigations continue, SSP Lindsay told reporters. Police had reported that relatives last saw the elderly farmer about 10 a.m. on Wednesday, January 4. Having not seen him the following morning, they went in search of him around 9:30 a.m. He was reportedly discovered locked in a shed in his yard. The shed was forced open, and the now deceased was seen in a pool of blood. The police were summoned, and on their arrival, the lifeless body of the deceased was found lying face down. During the processing of the scene, it was discovered that his throat was cut. The body was later removed and an investigation launched. Man killed while visiting girlfriend in Negril. A man was gunned down by unknown assailants while visiting his girlfriend at his home in Little Haiti, Negril in Westmoreland on Tuesday night. The deceased has been identified as 43-year-old Jeval Browner of Red Ground, Negril in the parish. Reports from the police are that Browner was at his girlfriend's home when she went outside to speak to her mother, who occupies a room at the rear of the apartment. Shortly after, his girlfriend reportedly heard loud explosions sounded like gunshots coming from the room that Browner was in. When the shooting subsided, the report said she went inside to make checks and saw Browner lying on his back inside the room, suffering from what appeared to be multiple gunshot wounds to his head and upper body. The police were summoned, and he was transported to Savannah Lamar Public General Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Investigations are ongoing. 2 Kingston men wanted for robbery. The Kingston Western Police has listed Russian Grant and Ocean Grant of 10th Street in the parish as wanted in connection to a case of robbery. They are being urged to report to the Denhamton Police Station immediately. The public is also advised that it is a crime to harbor a fugitive and are urged to share any information they have with the police. Anyone knowing the whereabouts of Russian Grant and Ocean Grant is urged to call the Denhamton Police at 876-922-6441, Police 119 emergency number, Crime Stop at 311 or the nearest police station. Gully charged after allegedly shooting at woman. A 29-year-old St. Elizabeth farmer has been charged with illegal possession of firearm and shooting with intent following an incident in his district on Thursday, April 28, 2022. Charge is Jeffrey Simit, otherwise called Gully, of Cornwall District in the parish. Reports from the Black River Police are that about 4:30 p.m., the complainant was walking along the roadway when Simit and other men armed with handguns approached her. An argument developed among them when Simit allegedly opened gunfire at the complainant, who managed to escape. A report was made to the police, and on Sunday, July 11, Simit turned himself in and was charged following a question and answer session. His court date is being finalized. Clarendon farmer charged with murder. A 38-year-old man has been charged with Monday's murder of 47-year-old Giovanni Parkinson, otherwise called Orain, of Park Hall, Clarendon. Charged is Omar Willis, otherwise called Dippy, a farmer from the parish. Reports from the police are that about 2:30 a.m., Parkinson was at home with relatives when he heard noise outside his home and went to investigate. A few minutes later, his relatives reportedly heard him crying for help and shouting Willis' name. Parkinson was subsequently seen suffering from chop wounds to the head and upper body. The police were summoned and Parkinson was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Willis was later arrested and after reportedly confessing to the crime was charged. A court date for his appearance is being finalized. Teen chef accused of stabbing woman injuring another. A chef was charged with wounding with intent and assault occasionally bodily harm following an incident in his community on Thursday, January 5th. Charged is 18-year-old Andrew Allen, otherwise called Birdie, of Port Royal Lane, White Horses in St. Thomas. Reports are that about 8 p.m., Allen was involved in a dispute with a woman when it escalated and became physical, resulting in the woman suffering injuries to her body. Another woman came to her defense and was allegedly stabbed multiple times by Allen with a knife. The police were summoned and assisted the woman to hospital for treatment. Allen is set to appear in the St. Thomas Parish Court on Friday, January 13. No delays at Sangster International Airport, says CEO. Shane Monroe, the Chief Executive Officer CEO of MBJ Airport Limited, says operations at the Sangster International Airport in St. James have so far not been impacted by Wednesday morning's temporary halt of flights departing from the U.S. At this time, it is not having an impact as yet, Monroe told reporters. A computer glitch at the Federal Aviation Administration (FAA) brought departing flights to a standstill across the U.S. until 9 a.m., resulting in hundreds of delays. Monroe said reports coming out of the U.S. are that the situation has been resolved and Jamaica is expected to remain on schedule for the arrival of its first flight out of the destination at 10:29 a.m. He said there is currently no backlog of passengers at MBJ Airport and departing passengers will be able to leave on time. At 8 a.m. Eastern, there were more than 2,500 delayed flights within, into and out of the United States, according to the flight tracking website FlightAware, exceeding the number of all delayed flights on the previous day. More than 150 were cancelled. New traffic ticket portal will allow motorists to check status of tickets online, says Chang. National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang said a traffic ticket web lookup portal will be launched in the coming weeks that will allow motorists to check the status of their traffic tickets, print their records, and use this to attend to their matters in the courts. Chang made the disclosure in the House of Representatives on Tuesday, where he also announced that the administration will be launching a new end-to-end digitalized ticketing system that will coincide with the coming into effect of the new Road Traffic Act. As of February 1, 2023, the portal will show how many demerit points have been accumulated and if your license has been suspended, Chang said. He implored employers to have their drivers generate their driving reports from the portal to show that they are in good standing. This is particularly important as it will be an offense to employ or permit a person to drive without the person being the holder of a driver's license, thus making the employer liable to a fine of $30,000 or 10 days imprisonment, the security minister warned. He said there will be a subsequent media release with instructions for how the portal is to be accessed. Meanwhile, Chang said the Ministry of National Security continues to collaborate with its partners to fully implement the end-to-end digitalized traffic ticketing system. Motorists must be mindful that as of February 1, 2023, traffic enforcement will be efficiently managed by the traffic ticket management system and rogue motorists will not escape prosecution, he said. All information will be readily available to police officers who will be outfitted with either a smart check application in their vehicles or handheld devices. Rogue motorists must remember that when they attend court, they are at the discretion of the judge. Better to pay up your tickets now, motorists be warned, the minister declared. He told the House that the implementation of the end-to-end digitalized traffic ticketing system will be a game-changer in restoring public order and safety on the nation's roads. The carnage on the roads resulted in the record of 488 lives being lost in 2022. This is one more than the 487 who perished in 2021. In the meantime, the government is looking to extend the ticket system to address other areas of law and order in a way that will minimize conflict between the police and the citizenry. Our police officers are being equipped with modern, rugged handheld devices that have proven to improve their capability and efficiency in traffic enforcement. However, this is only the beginning. digitalized ticketing can be expanded to address other areas of public order and restore a level of dignity and humanity in how the laws are enforced. So no longer will some equipment or vendors' goods need to be seized for breaches of the respective laws. A properly designed digitalized ticketing system can be utilized in those instances, said Chang. This is the forward-thinking, technology-enabled manner in which this government is seeking to restore public safety and good order in our society, he added. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell